We have another reaction video. 10 most dangerous extinct animals. Dangerous extinct animals. I ain't like the animals on this screen look ugly as fuck. I see why they extinct. Like this man that got my nose. This dude got my nose. This man face flat as hell. It's like a wolf in a kangaroo body. I really wonder. Well, I want to see like some extinct animals. Like I want to go back in time to look at their ass in real life type shit. Just because like other people can't see it, so I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And like, the only extinct animal I know for real is a dodo bird. To be honest, but these are the most dangerous extinct animals. So let's get into it, man. I don't know what to expect, but here we go.
10 most dangerous extinct animals. You think it's scary to step foot in the wilderness of today? Just be thankful.
A tiger is my favorite animal.
And eras past. The animals that used to walk this earth would make the dangerous animals of today look like stuffed animals. Today we're careful when it comes to mammals and reptiles alike. Long ago, the dangerous animals were split amongst different classes, but it was one class in particular that was the dominant threat. And which animal was the most lethal of all? He's got some earth-shattering and bone-shattering news that no other animal, living or extinct, could ever top. We'd like to give an honorable mention to the world's largest myriapod, Arthroplura, a species of millipede over 6 feet long. The largest Titanoboa, growing over 40 feet. You wouldn't want to come across either of them. But if we're talking about the 10 most dangerous extinct animals, then you really don't want to see the world's largest bear. Arctodus. Yes, Arctodus was larger than any living bear and any other bear that's ever lived. You're worried about grizzly bears and polar bears? Arctodus was larger and believed to be even more fierce. When standing on his hind legs, he was 12 feet and had a maximum vertical arm reach of 14 feet. You'd have trouble escaping him, even in the trees. The heaviest grizzlies are usually about 1,200 to 1,300 pounds. The heaviest polar bears are 1,700. Arctodus was over 2,000 pounds.
Hell no. What the fuck is that? I don't fucking know.
So he had overlap with our ancestors. And he didn't just have deadly run-ins with people, he hunted them too. He was vicious.
God.
That's why they also called him the bulldog bear. And as if it couldn't get any worse than this, he was also the fastest.
I'm glad
running over
we didn't see this shit.
With ease. Luckily
40 miles per hour?
Otherwise, people might have gone extinct first. Saber-toothed tiger.
I heard about this animal.
From one ferocious mammal to another, the saber-toothed tiger is easily one of the most dangerous extinct animals, and especially one of the most dangerous in his time period. And that time period was right on top of Arctodus's time period, about 2.5 million years ago to as recently as 10,000 years ago. Our ancestors who lived during this time period had to worry about...
We would have been cooked. Nah, for real.
So the largest feline ever. Now, for saber-toothed tigers or smilodons, there were varying sizes. The smallest were closer to the size of a jaguar, others were closer to the size of lions, and the largest even bigger than a tiger. And look at those teeth. The bite force
Them bitches sharp as hell. I'm glad I don't...
8-inch-long teeth. The excess force wasn't necessary. They used to drive their teeth right into their prey, through the jugulars, sometimes even pushing through the skulls of their victims. They were ruthless, putting a big hurt on anything that looked tasty. It wasn't enough to kill them and eat them. The pain of those teeth would be unbearable. Your poor ancestors, that's 2 vicious mammals they had to deal with. But that's actually all we have for mammals on this list, because the rest of these bad boys, a lot of them are cold-blooded.
If I was to go back in time to see these extinct animals, I go from far away. I'll see this shit from miles away, my nigga. Or a bulletproof glass in between this shit. Because these folks look scary, ugly as hell. Kasia, www. What's up, Kasia? How you feeling? How you feeling?
Ever in this order, 35 feet long, 5 tons in weight. Even if his
5
jaws were about 5 or 6 feet long, the teeth inside were thick and robust, Some of them were rounded and blunt, adapted for crushing their prey as opposed to piercing through them.
I wonder how do extinct animals go extinct type shit? Like, do people, because reproduction is going to happen naturally. So, do people just kill, or Mother Nature don't do its part and they just stop having hormones? They just stop being horny. And I'm not high. This is a sober mind. This is a sober mind. I'm just thinking, fool. How do animals become extinct though? Do humans just kill? Or they just wake up one day and be like, let's stop reproducing? Because reproducing is natural. It's Mother Nature type shit. Like, God put us everything on this earth to reproduce. So they just said, fuck reproducing. I don't know, fool.
Oh boy, so death by Deinosuchus might have taken a long time. His victims really got to savor it. As if a crocodile wasn't already a nightmare, imagine seeing one that is nearly
when the last living member of the species died unable to reproduce.
He was around from 83 million years ago to 70 million years
that
ago.
boy in school.
So he was extinct before people were even
I'm learning something new from my nigga.
Souls that coexisted with Deinosuchus, they tell you he was lethal. The largest predator in North America.
I'm saying though, like,
and in their slow, crushing deaths, they might have even had a minute to write a horrific journal entry
I'm saying though, like,
detailing just how bad he was. Raptors. You've seen the depiction of velociraptors in Jurassic Park, and though it isn't quite accurate,
I'm gonna answer that later.
Dinosaurs.
I'm trying to.
They could be 6 to 7 feet long and weigh about 45 pounds. But it was his speed that was deadly, able to hit 40 miles per hour in a sprint,
40
chasing
miles?
down his prey and slashing into them. And even though Velociraptor lived 89 to 72 million years ago, it was further back in time when you really had to watch out for raptors. 129 to 122 million years ago, Utah.
What if this man just
22 feet long, 5 feet tall at the hip,
just capping and rapping, fool?
So take
What if he just
Velociraptor,
saying
put
shit?
him on steroids and a strict all-protein diet.
Cause how did he know what these folks look like and how long they have been here before?
Still, he could sprint at 28 miles per hour. Maybe Utah Raptor is the one they should have put in Jurassic Park because he was savage. Mosasaurs.
What if this man just
We had a
lying?
reptile in the raptors,
Just
a semi-aquatic reptile in Deinosuchus. How about
imagining
fully
how
aquatic
these animals
reptiles?
look like
Mosasaurs. These were the lizard
and
kings
put it in
of
a
the
YouTube
oceans
video.
for many, many years. There were many types of mosasaurs. Tylosaurus could reach 45 feet in length. Hinosaurus could be 49 feet long. And the king of all the lizard kings, Mosasaurus, 56 feet long. Imagine a 56-foot-long marine reptile swimming towards you in open water. 5-foot-long jaws, a mouth opening more than 3 feet wide, be able to devour half of you in an instant. They preyed on anything and everything in the ocean, even other mosasaurs. Even the larger ichthyosaur, who was not a mosasaur but was almost as big as a blue whale. This is why mosasaurs were so dangerous, because it didn't matter how big you were, they might still take you down. However, as scary as they were, they might not have been the scariest thing in the oceans ever. Allosaurus. But before we explore the depths of the oceans, we need to talk about how dangerous the lands were. More reptiles, dinosaurs. And one of the worst was Allosaurus. If you look at the Earth between 155 and 145 million years ago, especially in North America, Europe, and Africa, the most lethal predator was Allosaurus. Imagine a 32-foot-long sharp-toothed dinosaur, hunting, hungry, and he's got a 2-ton baby to feed. This terror was fast too, believed to be able to hit speeds of 34 miles per hour. Allosaurus was capable of getting a speeding ticket.
I'm glad I ain't get to see these folks, fool.
That 3-foot-long
Cause these folks big as fuck. Like, why are all extinct? Why are these extinct animals big as a motherfucker?
But also brachiosauruses. When he bit down, his victim felt the full bite force of 2,110 psi. For comparison, that would
Why
be the
they
top
all
10 of
big as
highest bite
fuck?
forces among our living animals today, just about equal to the American alligator, but obviously the bite was coming from a mouth that was far larger. But watch out, if you're scared of that bite, the ones yet to come are going to get far worse. Spinosaurus. Allosaurus went
Spinosaurus.
extinct 145
Like, where they
years
spun from,
ago,
for
And then
real?
all the animals got a 45 million year break.
Nah,
before
for
things
real.
got a lot worse.
Where the fuck did
Spinosaurus
these
was
folks
one of the
spawn from?
reasons, living from 100 to 93 million years
Like, how
ago.
did-
He was even worse than Allosaurus.
How they get created?
Spinosaurus was between 45 and 50 feet long, quite possibly being the longest carnivorous theropod. He wasn't just larger than Allosaurus, he was much heavier, between 4 and 6 tons. Spinosaurus is not only believed to have an athletic, slightly slender build for a theropod, making him extremely agile, but it is also thought he may have been semi-aquatic. You couldn't escape Allosaurus on the land, and maybe not in the water either. Better invest in a hot air balloon. It's thought he wasn't as fast as Allosaurus, probably just moving at 20 to 25.
I think this might just
miles per
cap.
hour. But still, that's fast enough to catch many unfortunate
I think, like-
souls. And once he did, he inflicted pain. A bite
Might
force
say
of
probably from a dumbass
4,400
science experiment.
PSI, more than twice that of
Experimenting.
Allosaurus. That's good enough to be in the top 3 of strongest bites of animals
Ain't
today,
lying, though.
and comparable with that of a
Niggas be
great white
making
shark.
crazy
Shaking in
ass
your
shit in
boots
labs
yet?
and shit.
It's going to get even worse.
Niggas made fucking
Giganotosaurus.
AIDS and
Living in
shit
this
in
world
labs and
100
shit.
million years ago might have been the worst time, because that time frame of 100 to 93 million years ago that Spinosaurus lived during, that's the same time frame that Giganotosaurus lived in. Of the theropods on our list, he's the one that scientists are least certain of when it comes to his size. However, it's very possible he's the largest of all.
Like a
Going off
fucking
the
dinosaur with
information
some
that we have,
little ass
they know for a
fucking
fact he could hit
little ass
43
arms.
feet long, and
Man,
they know he
body
could
big
reach
as
9
fuck.
tons.
Little ass
Even if he
arms.
was 7 feet shorter than Spinosaurus, he was 3 tons heavier. That is a thick
Like, who the
theropod.
fuck is-
Don't think Giganotosaurus to be a fat boy, though. It was muscle. He could run even faster than Spinosaurus, 31
31 miles?
So, which evil do you choose? Slower, leaner, longer Spinosaurus, who might have been able to swim, or faster, heftier Giganotosaurus? Oh, before you make your choice, know this: bite force 7,900 psi, possibly the largest skull of any theropod.
You don't
Opening
need
his
that. You
mouth
don't.
wider than
You
any
don't
of
need
them,
that
76
that much of bite
each
force,
8
fool.
inches long, and when that mouth closed down on his prey, they felt that near 8,000 pounds of pressure, equivalent to an adult
You don't need that
hippopotamus
much
plopping down.
of
on
fucking.
you. Not a good feeling. But still, that time period may have been terrorized by 2 nightmares, but neither of them matches the next guy, Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's right, you had to know he'd be here. Tyrannosaurus Rex, king of the dinosaurs. Much debate has been held about which theropod was the most dangerous.
Like, how did he know what these
but
folks
mostly
look
towards
like, fool?
T-Rex. For one, based
Like,
on the definite knowledge we have,
how's he get his
was the
information?
biggest
That's
and
my
most
main
powerful.
question.
Not as long as Spinosaurus, and similar to Giganotosaurus in the T-Rex was 43 feet long, but it's all about the muscles. Weighing 9.7 tons, he was a beast. It's believed he'd run at 25 miles per hour fairly consistently, and could be able to hit 35 and maybe even 40 miles per hour in short bursts. T-Rex hunted and killed with ease, eating whichever animals looked tastiest. It didn't matter if it had a defense system like Triceratops or
Imagine
Raptorosaurus.
seeing
T-Rex
a
still
fucking
regularly
dinosaur in
chowed
real
down
life,
on
fool.
them.
Like
But he also
going
liked
in the
to feast on
wild and you see a
Edmontosaurus
dinosaur,
and
fool.
Hadrosaurus. Here's the kicker.
Think
All
about
he
it,
had to do
scientists
was inflict
did-
one
they
bite,
do
even if he
that
only
water
partially
arms
caught
did.
his victim. Those jaws were so powerful. At first, it was believed T-Rex had a bite force around 8,000
fucking know,
psi, but it was later realized.
I don't know
it
why the
was
fucking
far
arm's
stronger.
short as a
12,000
motherfucker.
psi. By far the strongest bite force of
I don't know
any
why the
animal
arm's short as
ever
hell.
on land. T-Rex was the most dangerous extinct land animal, but the worst of the water.
That shit
his
crazy
bite
though. That shit
was
ugly as hell.
untouchable. Megalodon. We'd
Megalodon.
say meet Megalodon, but you wouldn't want to meet him. You'd soon after meet your death. The largest shark to ever live, Megalodon is like a great white shark that was blown up to epic proportions. A great white is about 21 feet long and 4,000 pounds. Megalodon was between 55 and 65 feet long, and he probably weighed over 130,000
Damn.
pounds. So he was 3 times the length, and he weighed almost 100,000 pounds more. A swift, muscular,
That's like a obese great white shark.
6 million years ago.
That
Nothing
still
stood
look
a
like
chance against Megalodon. He was
obese
the bringer
shark.
of death with fins, and that bite, the only way to describe it is unfair. Nothing in history can compare to the devastation of the Megalodon bite. Let's
So how did I
illustrate it this
die?
way. A human's bite force is 162 psi. A tiger's bite force is 1050 psi. A great white's is 4000 psi. Remember T-Rex? His was 12,000 psi. The strongest bite of any living animal is the orca, 19,000 psi. Megalodon's bite force was 40,000 psi.
Damn.
Untouchable, unmatched, unequivocally the most dangerous extinct animal that you are so lucky you didn't have to coexist with.